Yeah. Drop my old chickens back to the basics. Back in that water, let's get to this paper. Y'all be talking too much, making statements. Me, I be building it, sounding like Mason.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the third episode of Matter of Time. Today I'm here with artist Ib Mattic.
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro? How you feeling?
I mean, I'm good. How you?
I'm good, bro. I'm excited, man.
Likewise.
You creating a buzz, bro. A lot of people here, they talking about you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm trying. I'm just glad it's as good as it is, you know? God willing.
Yeah, I've had, in the past couple of weeks, people who know I got a podcast, they come up to me like, yo, you should interview this dude, Ib Mattic. I'm like, yo, that's so crazy, because I'm getting ready to do an interview February 19th. It's going down.
That's
yeah,
tough.
bro.
That's
For
tough.
real.
I'm definitely glad to be here. Once again, thank you for the opportunity.
Good to have you, bro.
I've been hearing your podcast for a minute, though. You the celeb here, big bro. Come on now. Come on, man.
Not yet. We're going to get there, though.
That's respectfully.
Well, all right, man. Let's get into it. So tell people where you from.
I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
From Newark?
Born and raised, man.
Okay. Tell us what it was like to grow up there.
Oh, man. You know, growing up in Newark was it's an experience. Like, I can't say growing up in Newark, although it is like a lot of different places. Like, people say often, you know, Newark, you go here. It's like the same thing. It's just different demographic, different area. But I don't know. I feel like growing up in Newark, it creates a certain type of person.
Okay.
Like, it creates a certain type of person. I don't know. Like,
right.
All the things we experience, whether it's the sirens going past every 5 seconds, everything, like, it just creates a certain type of energy in you that make you want to go harder and get. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world, for real.
So tell us about some of the experiences you had growing up in Newark.
Wow. Good or bad?
Either. What we want to hear about what makes you you.
Makes me. Growing up in Newark, my experience was I always seen people around me go get it. Like, and it was nothing else to do. You know, when you hit rock bottom, you only have one place to look, and that's up.
Right.
And that's what we was. That's what we grew up in. So that's all it ever was. I remember being 11, 12, sitting on the porch, and you just watch the functionality of the block. Like, it looked to regular people like it's regular, but everyone has a job. It's all moving parts, and everybody's on the same mission, whether they in the same field or not, getting to it, making something out of where we come from. And I don't know. And I feel like that just got instilled in me as I was growing up, just watching it, being around it, family members and all that. Just get into it, you know, just saying this is what I want to do and building it and see it come into manifestation.
And did you see that working to your advantage, like when you got outside of Newark, from people from other cities and working with different people from different areas and cultures and stuff like that? Definitely.
It gave me I don't want to say a higher advantage than the next, but it definitely gave me a sense of I can do this. Like, I'm from Newark.
Right.
I survived Newark. I can survive anything else. Like, it gave you that, just being here, for sure.
So how did that contribute to you getting into music?
Honestly, Newark as a whole, I wouldn't say Newark itself contributed to me doing music. It was more so family based.
Right.
Like, my entire family been in music well before I was ever a thought. Like, for example, I'm not sure most people know what this is, but my dad's side of the family is all from Grafton. And if you know anything about Grafton, other than, you know, what it's also known for, it's known for the parties, bro. Like, this, the DJs, the house music and all that. That's been life for me since a kid. All of my uncles, DJs, all my grandmother's brothers, DJs, B-boys back then, you know, artists, of course. My father was an artist, still is, producer, engineer, extraordinaire, bro. Like, this, it was always way bigger than me. I just kind of picked up the baton and kept going. Really. And trying to make more of it than what it was.
So how old were you when you first got into music?
Wow. Professionally, I want to say 13, 14. But in general, bro, I've been recording since I was 4. Maybe less. Maybe younger. Like, my dad, the first place I came to after the hospital of me being born, like the first day leaving the hospital, it was a studio in my living room. No booth.
Wow.
It was a studio
That's
in my living room. This has been around me since before Pampers. Literally.
Right. So tell us about what it was like to grow up, you know, with a family who's as passionate about what you want to do. Like, what is that like to grow up around that and be able to learn from them?
Honestly, pressure. I mean, I'm happy to say I think it's made a diamond, but pressure, for sure. Like, all the men around me, and I did have a lot, luckily. Like, I had a lot of stand-up men around me, especially in music as well, whose pens was crazy. Like
Right.
I grew up in a very, very lyrical environment. Like a very, like, nah, if you stand on what you say, da da da. I was morals and all that was instilled to even the music side of things. So all that impacted me and just shaped me into a tiny monster before I was even 15.
Right.
So now it's like I don't know. I think I've shaped it to a place where it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But definitely they all shaped and molded me into something crazy just from being. I had to. It was either you stay in your father's shadow, your uncle's shadow, all of them, all of these monsters of great lyrics, all these monsters of great metaphors, punchlines, or you step out beyond that. It was
Right.
a stack of stars for real. So I ain't starved. So.
Yeah, I certainly understand that. I come from a family with a very passionate background from music. My dad working 20 plus years in radio. My grandfather worked in radio, and my brother was an artist. So growing up, music was always being played around the house, and like I always had love for music. And growing up, moving around a lot, I moved 7 times, 6 different states.
Damn.
So that's a lot of
6
different.
states.
Yeah, that's a lot of different music, a lot of different culture
Yeah.
that you grow up in. And kind of like, it's like when you go different places, you hear different music. It's interesting to see the difference in things, like, and to realize that at such a young age.
I can only imagine. That sounds dope.
Yeah, man.
That
So
sounds super dope, actually.
I couldn't help but want to make music, a living for myself. Not actually making the music, but like
I was about to ask
work-
that, bro. I might need a verse or something. I was about to ask.
not actually making the music, but like working in the music business. You know what I mean?
It's definitely I don't know. It's like a fairy tale. It really is. Like
It's like living in a dream.
Yeah, like I didn't just get schooled. Luckily, I didn't just get schooled to like this modern age of music. Like,
Right.
I grew up around nothing but Rakim playing through the speakers, or 50 Cent even, or like a Nas, Jigga. Like I was set right as a
Right.
kid. So hearing music now, the way I hear it is completely different from the next product. 'Cause I was raised.
Absolutely.
I'm of this generation, but I was raised by the golden era. Like,
Right.
I see this entirely different. Like,
Right.
and I'm glad. Like, just as well as you traveled all the states and your knowledge of music is a lot different.
Yeah.
The problem with Jersey is we don't really leave a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
that's true.
I'm glad you got to see that too. Like I got to see it because I was getting stuff like DOS effects and stuff like that, like Helter Skelter stuff, like stuff from everywhere, planted in me before I was even 10. So it's like it makes me go even harder because I know where this sound came from well before it was where it is now.
Right. You understand a lot differently than a lot of people trying to get into music your age would be.
Exactly.
And that's gonna give you a huge advantage, bro.
I gotta blame that on Pops though. Pops made a monster.
Yeah. So who were some of your favorite artists growing up?
Some of my favorite artists growing up.
You talked about the golden era.
Yeah.
You named a lot of big name artists.
I named quite a few. Like
yeah, you did.
My favorite, personal to me, Nas.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Yeah.
All right, so my name itself is Ib Mattic.
Right.
And of course, the obvious assumption is Illmatic.
Yeah.
But it's actually true.
Okay.
My dad's favorite album when I was born was Illmatic. So that was heavy period in my life. Like all of Nas period, Halftime or Memory Lane, like that was it. And that and Eminem. But that was it for me. So that's definitely one of the greats for me. Nas. I'm not gonna Wayne, definitely. Wayne. Cole. Kendrick, of course.
Right.
I don't know. I respected real music.
Yeah.
Like real, not just, oh, that's a hard bar. Like,
yeah.
What does it make you feel? I feel wrong if I didn't say Tupac. Tupac, of course.
Right.
Of course. And I feel like I'm missing so many names out of my catalog, but the ones that definitely had a big influence on me off top, those would definitely be some of them. For sure. And my father was what? Like, bro, my father made it so while I was 5, I was on every mixtape, just on intros and stuff. Like, he created like this wonderland for me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like, it just seemed so much bigger than me that I wanted to be so much a part of it. Like, I'm glad he did, because here we are.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing. You know, a lot of fathers in our community don't stick around.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
Bro.
So
Facts.
to have a father where it's like he there with you every step of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's helping you develop into who you are. Like much respect. Like look at you, man. You doing your thing, bro.
Hey, man.
Not even 21 yet.
Yeah.
Not even 21 yet, bro.
I'm just glad, man. I thank God. Thank God, my pops and all. They held me down. They made sure I was not only a good musician, but they made sure I was a good man first.
Right.
Like I feel like that reflects in my music as well.
Yeah, you can tell by the way you carry yourself, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Well, let's get into it, man. Yeah, let's talk about some of your achievements. You know, some of the things where it's like your hard work is paying off. A couple things I want to ask you about. So first, I want to congratulate you. You know, back in 2020, you got nominated for Artist of the Month.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell us, what is it like as an upcoming artist to taste success, to see that hard work paying off?
You want to be honest with you? I didn't even believe it at first, man. I don't gonna lie to you. I didn't. It was so surreal. Like it was like, bro, like this is a little kid from Newark.
Right.
I didn't even see. Honestly, growing up, most of my peers don't even make it to 19.
Right.
Real life, like I started losing friends by the time I was 13. So for me to be doing what I'm doing at such a young age and at that scale, like that specifically, the first time I heard that, I remember I was at the studio. I was sitting down. I got called from my father. He told me the news. I didn't even take it in yet. I didn't even. I was like, "That's cool." He was like, he was like, "Yo, you don't get what I'm saying." He was like, "Grab me now." It still hasn't set in. I'm just thankful, bro. Like I don't even look at the achievements sometimes. I just move. Like
Right.
as I hear them, I'm be like, "That's really cool," but I just be moving, bro. Like I don't feel like I'm set yet until Pop's got a real big house on the hill somewhere nobody can find. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a good mindset to have, bro. It's always room for improvement.
always, man. My father taught me you only become garbage when you put a lid on yourself. So for sure.
Yeah, my family instilled that in me too. Like, it's cool and like you may celebrate in the moment, but it's like,
Yeah.
the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
You know
Not
what?
even that sometimes. Sometimes you gotta push higher, higher.
Yeah.
It was never good enough. It was never good enough. It was always keep going.
Right.
Keep going. Because why stop?
It's not a lot of that in our generation, man.
At all. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I wanna bring that back. Like not
Right.
back, but because it is here.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of us here.
Look
it's
at
just, us. Yeah, exactly. Like it's definitely we definitely exist. I just feel like it needs to be represented more.
It do.
And that's where I feel like that's where I come in. Like yes, we can do it.
Yeah.
We don't have to. I don't curse in none of my music. I feel like a lot of people don't even realize. But like I
I
don't
ain't peep.
curse. Yeah, I don't curse at all. And it's like one, my father didn't do that his whole career. He didn't curse. So it was like it was also me picking up baton, but it's also like a stance of mine personally, even if he didn't. Like you don't have to do that to get your point across. You don't have to be what they think we are just to sell records. You really don't. Like, and I want to give that more creative side of us. Yes, I don't curse, so my vocabulary is extensive, to say the least. Like, got to. He always taught me to push, show more than what's around us. So, yeah.
That's interesting, cause you know it's easier to like to drop a curse word in a bar
It's very
than
easy.
it is to not.
Yeah.
Because it's like taking the lazy way out.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. My dad always said the person that you hear curse the most usually has the tiniest vocabulary. And that stuck to me. Always. I was reading on a college level by second grade. Like,
what?
Yeah. Like, real life. Had to. Like, even the more I talk about it, I gotta give Pops the credit, bro. Make sure I was right. I ain't gonna chill.
It's crazy, like, the more, like, I guess you hear yourself say certain things, and the more you reflect on it as you get older, it makes you more thankful, like, wow, like, yo, even though this was hard, and there was times where I was uncomfortable because I was being pushed, it's like, you look back and it's like, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Got to.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I always come back to the realization that it's not just me.
Like,
I'm not doing this on myself. Like, Allah definitely got a hand on me because I don't know how I did majority of what I did. Like, that in itself, the Grammy nomination, that wasn't me, man. Wasn't me. That was the powers that be, brother, because I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just me. I'm just thankful to be doing it at the scale I'm doing it now. I just hope it continue. That's all.
Right, you got a great support system.
Yeah, luckily.
That's a blessing, man. You ain't lucky. That's a blessing.
Yeah, it's busting. It is. I ain't gonna tell. I like it. Like waking up and seeing it, like just not even the numbers. Sometimes just the fact that people really enjoy the music.
Right.
Like the text I get on a random, just like, bro, like your song really helped me get through stuff. Like that means the world to me because that's what it's for. Like,
Right.
it was never just for me, like ever. It was always supposed to be for the elevation of us.
Yeah, man. It's real.
Like,
You can tell it's real. You can tell when I listen to it. Like you can when you really listen to music and you really enjoy music, you can tell when something is authentic.
yeah, you could tell when
When
it's
it comes
just.
from the heart. You know what I mean?
I don't like cookie cutter music, man.
Right.
I never did. Like, I gotta feel something. Like, I was I was raised by old heads, man. Like, I grew up listening to jazz, like everything, Miles Davis, like all of that. Like, I was, yeah, like, so I like music, like real
Right.
music. So
That's how I know you're a music head because you don't just limit yourself to like maybe one or two genres, but you like whatever sounds good.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
like,
the same way.
I got to, man. It's
Yeah.
just why limit yourself?
Right.
Hip hop was what 50 to 60 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 50, 60 years old. I could be wrong. Don't quote me, but like,
Around it sound right.
around there, you get most.
It
You get what I'm
sound right.
saying?
Yeah.
Like the golden era wasn't that long ago. Is my
Right.
point. It's fairly new. There's more music out there. There's music older than hip hop. There's do research. Like there's new stuff being born every day, but there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Go see where it came from. See what you learn. That's how my father raised me. Just keep finding, keep digging.
Right.
I think that's what makes my music the way it is now, to where it can't really be compared to much, because it's like it's so different, but it's not. I'm just a student of music.
Right.
That's all.
So let's talk about your song "Winning Circle," and I really want to ask you about this because you're in that song one of my favorite artists, Rick Ross, one of the biggest names in the game. So like,
Shout out Rick Ross, man.
shout out the biggest.
Oh.
So what was that experience like to be on a song with one of the biggest names in the game, especially during our generation growing up like that? He was one of them dudes, bro. When we was kids.
Is.
He still is one of them dudes.
Honestly, bro, like it was. I work so much, like I just that I don't really take it in.
You don't
Sometimes
even think about it.
I didn't even think about it. It was I seen the challenge. Like I got the record, and it was like we need a hook for this, and I was like, okay, all right, cool. Workshopped it for a few, got in there, knocked it out. It didn't even really settle to me that, bro, you're on a song with Rick Ross.
Like
Until like way after, like
right.
until like, you know when it really hit me is when you said it earlier, and I was like, that is Rick Ross. But it was like, I don't know what can I say. It's a blessing, man. Like that's how I try to take them. Not even achievements, just blessings. Cause it's not me doing it, bro. I promise you, it's not me. Like it's not me. It's not. I'm just glad. Like that felt crazy. Like it was like, even I don't even listen to that song no more because I be trying not to get big headed, man. I be like, oh, but I'm definitely glad. Like it's a great look. That was a great experience too. Like even working on the song, like being in the studio with Misty. I remember even going back and forth. I remember when she first called me after we finished the song, like, hey, Ross said he loves the hook, cut it out. Cool. I remember we was in discussion with meeting up and all that. That was crazy for me. It was like, bro, I'm still a little kid for real. How is this possible? Like, but hey, greater leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. It's great.
Yeah, man. So speaking of Missy, she had a show called Music Saved My Life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And you got the premiere on that.
Yeah, man, that was crazy too.
Yeah, so tell us about that experience.
That was crazy. I believe that it was me and Young Devin. Young Devin, yeah. Okay. She's crazy with it too. But yeah, that was tough, man. I had to be light skinned that day, man. Bro, nah, we're gonna talk about it. They had
talk about it.
What was the thing called? The backdrop and all that with the big Hollywood lights and the big Hollywood cameras. What? You couldn't tell me I wasn't him that day, man. You couldn't tell me. Like, that was a wonderful experience. Once again, shout out to Misty Blanco, you know, her whole firm. They did a lot for me in my early stages of my career. Like that was a crazy experience, bro. Like, I still look at the pictures from that day till this day and just be like, wow, like, you're doing it, kid.
Yeah,
You know, that was the
that's
first
amazing.
time I really seen it like that. Like you're doing it, kid. Like what you said you wanted to do.
Right.
So yeah, I could never thank them enough for that. Like, that was crazy.
Do you ever envision yourself like getting into entertainment, like being on TV?
For sure. I've actually did a when I was younger. I was in a lot of like acting positions. I did a couple of YouTube series, actual shows. I did a lot of acting actually. Like I plan to do more, but
That's
we're
impressive,
not
bro.
gonna talk about that. You feel me? Like, you feel me? The FBI be listening. Yeah, I do plan on doing that more for sure. Like it's a lot more than music with me. Like I like art. Period. So I try to dabble in a little bit of everything.
That's good. So when people think of Ib Mattic, they don't just think of somebody that just record music.
Yeah, because it's way more than that.
Right.
Man.
You're an
It's way
artist.
more.
There's many forms of art.
Yes, any form of art you could think of.
All right, man. So let's get into your music now.
Mm-hmm.
So when I initially started looking for your music and things like that, it was not hard to find at all. A lot of times with upcoming artists, you don't really see their music out on almost every streaming platform. I never really seen that when I'm like first discovering an artist and trying to listen to their music. So like I want to ask you, like, when it comes to marketing your music, is that you? You got your team behind you helping push everything out on every platform? Like how does that go?
Now it's the team. Like
Okay.
it's definitely a couple of us now that just sit down in a think room and all right, how are we gonna market this record? But previously, like probably the joint you're talking about, that was me. Like I had to really buckle down and learn a lot of this from the industry's perspective. From all right, yes, this song is tough, but that doesn't mean you're gonna drop it in a big sea, this little raindrop in this big sea of music is gonna create a big wave. That's not how it works realistically. At least not anymore. You know, back in the day, it could be like this song is tough, and that means it should go platinum because it's tough. It don't work like that no more. This is monopoly now. It's you could whoever got the biggest bag can make the biggest record. So I had to really learn how to maneuver around that to get it to that way. But my father always instilled that too. Like everyone around me always instilled that. Like be the most professional you can because it matters. It reflects. It's like people only take you as serious as you take yourself.
That's true.
I took myself highly. Had to. Like I'm glad that it reflects that way. I'm glad it looks as it should.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. And, as the times go on, it's a lot more rare to see that sense of professionalism.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Sadly.
Yeah.
Sadly, because it's
Unfortunate.
necessary for real. Like it's more than just showing up,
Right.
talking it. Nah, bro. It's grown man business
Yeah.
here. You gotta really step like that.
Yeah.
I want to bring that more into the light.
Yeah.
People think it's like weird to do good business now. Like I don't know where that
Crazy.
ran off on the
It's
plug
crazy.
thing came from.
Right.
We weren't cut like
No,
that.
me either.
Like
Me either,
nah,
man.
stand on good business, good morals and stuff like that. Like that's how it was
Absolutely.
cut. So
Yeah. It's so unfortunate that in today's age, the value of professionalism is going down.
very much so. Like other than doing music, I'm also an engineer.
Okay.
So I see it all day,
Right.
bro. Like that's why I stress the being on time and all that so much
Yeah.
because I see how much it
Punctual.
counts.
Yeah.
Like it really does matter. The lasting impression of being on all of that counts. And like from being on both sides of it, from a businessman to a consumer side of it, it matters
Yes,
on
it do.
both. So yeah. Don't worry, sooner or later everybody gonna jump on the wave. We're gonna make it cool again.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, we're gonna do
we'll
that.
make it cool again. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about your album Ibo Season, right? So tell us, what is Ibo Season? Like, what does that mean to you?
So quite simply, like I would sit here and Jello if you would tell you it's this big scheme. It's just Ibo season. Like other than Ib, I was always called Ibo.
Okay.
So it's just Ibo season. That's all it really was. And it's like my way of saying, I don't know, back then, like I had this thing where like every time it got cold out, for whatever reason, I just started snapping. For whatever reason, it was like Ib does the best, not the best, but the most work when it's cold. And it like my friends are joking with me like it's Ibo season again. You about to start wilding, like, and it just became a thing until where the album was born. And it just like it was more so over like it's Ibo's time, like it's Ib's time, and y'all not getting nothing back. And I feel like that album kind of embodied that for its time at least. Yeah.
That's what's up. And I like the album. The album as a whole is really good. My favorites was probably Ashes. I like Ashes. Change Up was definitely my favorite.
That's a classic.
And Respectfully, I like that one too.
Yeah.
And
It's
you know,
funny to still hear those songs considering how
yeah,
old they is. Those are classics for sure.
yeah, bro, they're good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And you know what's interesting is I was going through your album, I saw you had a couple songs on there with your dad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. I think two.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that like to like make a song with your dad? Like you guys are both professionals in the same industry. That's like that reminds me of kind of like how LeBron wants his son to be in the league with him at the same time and play on the same court. Like it's kind of like that. That's what I think of when I see that.
It's funny. Like it's funny. I wish we had like a reality TV show set up at the studio so y'all can see how funny it really is, bro. Like I'll finish a bar, he'd be like, "What's whack?" I swear to God, like you can ask anybody in this room if I'm lying, they go look at you. They go like every time I do anything, it can be tough. That's whack. But it make you go harder. It's hilarious, but it make you I G. Like he pushes me just like I push him. And it's just dope to do it. Like I'm not gonna jail. Like I wanted so hard to be so bad. I just wanted to be like, no, I got it. Don't worry about it. It's certain songs I didn't even want him on. He was like, so you gonna do all the songs by yourself? You go like I think the hook of Youngboy actually like I was so struck on. I was like, nah, I got it. He was like, boy, he's like, you gonna say Youngboy to who? You like 12? Stop it. Like I don't know. Like that was dope. Like even me and my father got so many other joints that people don't know about that's out as well. And it's always been like that. Like the bounce back of energy is crazy. No matter how old he gets, because he's still not old, but no matter what age, bro, he bounce back just like any other artist you meet, my age or younger or older. Like bro, Penn is ridiculous. He just ages like wine, I swear.
Right.
As well as mine does. Like, yeah, it's dope experience.
Yeah, bro, that was cool. And speaking of Youngboy, I really like the message behind that song. Like, you guys fit into like what you were talking about so well. Like him saying like Youngboy, like keep it real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was dope, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
That was dope.
That's really a core of like what I was raised with. Like stand 10. You know, like whatever life throw at you is temporary. Like you don't really judge the fall, you judge how a person get up.
Exactly.
So, just keep going, bro.
Absolutely.
So Pops told me. So I'm glad I was just able to give him his flowers with that. How I wouldn't be able to do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. It's definitely dope. It's crazy to still be talking about that joint.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you make your own beats?
Majority of the time, I don't make them all live.
Okay.
But majority of the time, yes.
When did you start making your own beats?
I started making my own beats by the time I was 8.
8 years old.
Yeah. I'm running through the Rolodex trying to make sure I'm not lying. But I want to say 8.
Right.
8, yeah.
Okay. Like, when I was young, I wanted to be a DJ.
Me too.
And my dad had bought this thing called a machine. It was it was called the machine. It was like a soundboard. You make beats on it.
I have one.
Yeah, bro?
I have one, yeah.
You used to have one. We used to mess around on there. And I was like, I wonder where I'd be if I'd have kept up with that. But you know, things happen. You know? Everybody's path is
Metro
different.
Boomin, man.
Right. I probably would have been better.
I want to pick that back up.
Just to mess around on it, right?
Yeah, just never know what could happen, man.
Right.
Never know. I would.
Maybe. But another thing I wanted to talk to you about is I see like artists, well, not even artists, a couple artists. You and specifically this other guy named Bandman Rose, who comes to mind. You guys rap over club beats, right? And I think it's really dope, and I think it's pretty cool. And I'm surprised that I don't really see many other artists in Jersey blowing up for it.
Wow, yeah. But it's definitely
right.
They're definitely doing it. Like shout out Ben first and foremost. Like, cause although it seems new to people, rapping over Jersey Club was never really a new thing.
Right.
Like the way, like I said, once again, salute the band, because the way he did it was a completely different spin on what was already done. Like you had the people before him, DJ J Hood, or even Ray Katana, or Kurt Cobain. You had all of these people before that did it. It's just I feel like what we are doing with it now is just completely different in a way.
Yeah.
It's very innovative. It's so we just showing that there's so much more you can do with Jersey sound.
Yeah,
I remember
man.
take it back, bro. I remember being in a meeting at City Hall. I had to been about 11 or 12. It was a bunch of big names here. Shotgun Suge was there. I think Arse was there too. Arsenal, Do It All from Lords of the Underground. Like, it's a bunch of heads here from Jersey, real artists from Jersey. A bunch of all the people from City Hall. I don't know more of a name, but you get my point. And the question at hand was, what is Jersey sound? No one could answer it. No one. And it was like Jersey doesn't have a sound because Jersey tries to chase this. And once again, I love my father to death, but
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here cap. I wouldn't just say it just to say it. The real facts, my father was the only person to say, even back then, Jersey club is Jersey sound.
It is.
House music, that is what we are known for. And it's true. Which is hilarious because even back then, I had to been 11, 12. I remember the first single I ever released. You'll never find it now. Don't go looking. You'll never find it, but it was called Make It Work. And that was a club song, real life. Like, the whole hook was club. I was 11, 12 back then. But to see that now, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like, it's like the way, what we're doing with it now for Jersey as a whole. And it's definitely not just me and Ben. There's so many more. Like, for instance, you have Ace Moolah with the Jersey drill scene. Bro, it's going crazy. Like, it's so many more of us, bro. You got not so much dig through the crates because they right there for real. Watch. Give it a month or two. They going.
Right.
I'm glad Jersey is finally standing on a unified front. Even if it's not with club music in general, like, we're all kind of locked in.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell that.
That's probably the best it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. As far as unity in Jersey, this might be the best it's ever been.
Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering, was it something where it was like, okay, maybe I never really paid that much attention, but it seems like Jersey is united. These artists united. They know each other. They're working with each other. They're supporting each other.
Like, it's weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, growing up here, seeing how it always was to how it is now, it's like, bro, like, it's tough though. Like,
It is.
all the artists know each other to the point where, like, you'll call one person, he'll be with another artist. You'll be like, oh, that's so. What's up, bro? I said, what's good? Hey, pull up. You got 4 different artists from 4 different sides of the city, 4 different sides of Jersey, all looking up. Just artists, just because we're from Jersey. We're going to stand on that front. Like, you got Fat Boy right now, like, tapping in really with so many different artists from Jersey, like Fetty Wap as well. Just the culture of Jersey is officially tapped in. Even New York is tapped into Jersey.
Right.
Like, it's Jersey Club in New York.
Yeah.
Like, heavy. Like, really heavy. Like, you got a lot of New York artists doing Jersey Club. Like, Jersey now is... Give Jersey 2 years, bro. Like, I remember we was always saying, oh, Jersey got kicked down that door. That door kicked.
Yeah.
Door's kicked. It's about to get spooky, bro. Like,
yeah, I can see it now.
I can't wait. Not even for myself, but as a New Jerseyan, I can't wait, bro. Like, about time.
Right.
Like, it's about to be crazy.
So what is it like? Is the process to make a club song different than making a regular song?
Very. It's actually faster.
It's faster?
Very much.
It sounds like the beats sound so complex. It sounds like there's so many pieces and different things that I would think it would have been a little bit more challenging.
I'm probably the worst person to ask because as a producer,
right,
the way I look at music, period, is different.
Okay.
I don't really hear the accents of everything going on. I hear tempo. So it's like, yes, that's what's going on, but I know what I could put to that because I know how tempo is. So for me, it's a lot simpler. I remember the first time I did a club song, period, 30 minutes, done. Homies was like, what's to him? Like, but it was just fun.
Right.
And I think that's the key component in all of this is you gotta have fun. Don't overthink it. Don't try to have fun. Just go. Right. And like, I feel like that's why it got so big, especially when me and Ben did it, because we just had fun, bro. Like, we just had fun and knocked that out. Like, it wasn't really hard, not gonna lie.
Okay.
It wasn't hard.
That's interesting. So out of all the songs you made, like, what would you say was the most fun experience to make?
To make?
Yeah.
the song with Big Moose, that had to been the
Wait,
funniest.
okay.
That song was like the
It's catchy.
funniest song to make, cause what most people probably don't know about Big Moose is, although you know the song he gives off, of course, you know who he is, but bro is hilarious, like hilarious. We was in the studio dying, bro, for hours upon end, like. That record itself, we just went back and forth. It was just like a consistent energy. It was funny to us. It was just like, go, go. Back. He hop out, I hop in. Like it was go,
Right.
go, 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 go. We was pushing ourselves. We in there like, what you trying to show out? Like, you know, like it was fun. That's why I love collaborating with artists, period. But that one in specifics was like, yeah. I think that kind of tops all other ones right now.
Okay.
I usually record myself.
Okay.
So, in fact, that one I recorded. I recorded that one myself. The rest of them spinning too. I recorded myself. Audio engineer, all of those, like all of them. So I'm majority of the time I be in the studio by myself. It gets done faster that way. No outside
Right.
opinion, no nothing. Just
Yeah.
me and the music and just get it done.
Yeah.
That day it's another person in here. You feel me? So I had to. It was funner, like to bounce ideas off of, and especially it being Moose, who's hilarious by himself. That was a great experience, bro. That one kind of topped the rest for now.
Okay.
For now, cause me and him got so many other joints that are cut. Like
That's what's up.
yeah.
All right, so now let's talk about what's next for you in your career. So when can we expect to hear some more music from you?
Very soon, very soon. But I can't talk about that because like FBI got my phone tapped.
Okay.
They be trying to leak my music.
Right.
It's like no, but not very soon, bro. Like
Right.
extremely soon, sooner than people realize. I'm just say that. And like I shouldn't be saying this because you know they be listening, but
Right.
album coming soon, real soon, real soon. I can't say when, but real soon. And it's not just gonna be what people would expect a bunch of club songs. Nah, can't do that, man. I feel like I'm way too versatile as an artist to just give y'all a club. Like I'm gonna show Ib as a whole. Yeah.
Okay.
Like from down to the production, to the wordplay, the topic, the beat selection, everything is gonna be very much Ib. Like,
That's what's up, man.
so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I can say that much. Yeah.
So what's next for, outside of music, what's next for Ib Mattic as a brand?
Ib Mattic as a brand.
Yeah.
Ib Mattic as a brand about to get some money. That's first and foremost. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's just definitely you're definitely gonna see a lot more consistent content, a lot more consistent professionalism. Like I'm about to take it to a whole different level. Like I finally got a team around me to where I can move. Like I want to move. And like my father a Capricorn. Like busy, 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 busy. That's how I was raised. So like now I can move like that at a consistent rate.
Right.
It's up. It's up. I dare him to catch me. It's up there. The brand is about to get so much bigger than it ever was. Like, it's that.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Me either, man. Me either.
So now we down to our final question, right? So this is a question I ask all my upcoming artists that come on the show. So I want you to tell the people why it's only a matter of time before you're a big name artist and everybody knows you everywhere.
You know why it's only a matter of time? Because like I'm sitting here on the Matter of Time podcast, and you ain't hear it from me, but the way I heard it, this where everybody sit right before they blow up. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. So like I think I'm good.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm on the right track. You feel me? Like I think I'm good, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody go harder than me, man. Listen, bro, like this is still a competition sport.
Right.
It is based off opinion, but this is a competition sport, and I wish I would allow anybody to catch a one up. Cannot. That's why you're gonna see me billboard, because I said I want it. Right. So now I don't have an excuse for myself not to have it. So
exactly.
I'm gonna get there.
Yo, because you type of man ain't gonna stop till you get what you want.
Exactly. Ain't nothing.
That's right.
Ain't no mountain high enough, they say.
Yeah.
Where's that? Man, I'm on it.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I feel that on another level because it's like, I'm the type of person where it's like, if I envision something for myself, I'm already getting excited because I know I'm not gonna stop.
Because I know I'm gonna have it too.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when I was young, I used to say when I make it. I used to be like if I make it, if I. My parents would always correct me when. My friends would always when you make it. And that just kind of set me into a mindset where, like, if I said I want it, I'm going to have it. It's just me taking the professional steps to get there.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. If you put the groundwork in, you're going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember Nipsey Hussle once saying in an interview, he said, I can never take this ultimate poise, like, I just figured it all out. He's like, the only thing that separates me from anybody else is the fact that I didn't quit.
Right.
And that resonated with me crazy because, like, bro, I've had a long journey in music. Only thing that separates me from anybody else, other than me being me, is the fact that I did not quit, bro.
Right.
I'm not quitting no time soon. So y'all gonna have to either step it up or make me step down. And the second one is way harder than the first.
That's
so,
right.
like, I'm on it. Like, it's
Yes,
that.
sir.
I got to.
Y'all heard it here. It's only a matter of time for Ib Mattic blow up.
Only a matter of time.
Because he working hard, and if y'all ain't working as hard as him, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, man.
That's all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and stay tuned for more.
Down on 280 with Brody, we tryna do the dash. Shorty tell me she trouble. But you know I don't care about red flags. But you know how we coming. He say he with it, he bugging on bugging. I know he hate it, but his shorty love it. Just watch how you talk to me when we in public. You know they gon' act out. Lil' Brody might spaz out. How you 30 still live at your dad house? Wait, better back up and get back down. Hold on. Sounds gon' play in your background. Hold on. Gotta tell him keep the peace. Where I'm from, they be